What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. This is You Too Can Be Great. I am back and refreshed. Now, I try my best to look as good as I could possibly look, because the Lord knows I'm tired as heck right now. But I'm trying to make myself look, it's not even a mirror, as decent as I possibly can, because I know, Lord knows I am not at my best right now. But I'm gonna start doing my videos more often. The baby is sleeping a little bit longer throughout the night, so that helps me. So I'm gonna start doing my frequent videos all again. So I'm so sorry I left you guys, but I'm back, okay, and baby's doing great. Now, this is Growing Up Hip Hop season 603 is the how it's put up on the where I watch it, but it's episode 9 and it's called Pushes to the Altar, baby, because now TT's walking down the altar with Sean after this long awaited season of us sitting up here waiting for this wedding to happen. Now, I do have a few people who are leaving comments or coming up in my channel trying to troll a little bit, talking about I'm so sick of people, this YouTuber is going over the shows. Well, bitch, get your ass off my damn channel if you're so sick of it, because this is a commentary and that's what I'm gonna do, okay? So first off, Egypt's hair. Let's talk about that. My sister said something funny today. She said that Egypt, it seems like Sam, because she said she was watching some kind of video where Egypt's hair was getting cut. And she and Egypt was saying how Sam was the one who handpicked this hairstyle. And she feels like Sam is making Egypt look more male-like, because that's what he seems to be attracted to, is a mixture of male and female energy, and by way of maybe trans. And she said that that's what it's coming off like, because Egypt got a whole fucking fade going on right now with her hair. She got the edges, she got the lineup and everything going on for her. And we remember Egypt initially prior to Sam being in her life. Egypt is beautiful no matter what she has in her head. But she had a good hairstylist. I don't know if TT was the one telling her when she looked good and when she didn't look good, but this new opinion that Sam has seems to be a sabotage to her career, because Egypt has not, either that or they're running out of money and the OnlyFans page ain't getting them enough money as they thought that they would. That's why his ass has been, leaning into boxing and stuff, or trying to get some clout elsewhere, because Egypt has seemed like her credit, her look, the way that she portrays herself, the way that she acts, her personality that we used to love initially, seems to be dwindling because of the person that she chose to partner with. And everybody who's married or got a successful relationship knows that this is a fact. Who you partner yourself with in life decides whether you have a good life or you have a bad life. The scripture says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. But that's if you have a good relationship or if you're a good person in general. He found Egypt, she a good thing, but Egypt's life is being sabotaged by the shit that he keeps doing. And I'm not going to take it back because it's facts, okay? Then we get into this wedding episode. TT is now in the beginning preparing for her WeTV sponsored wedding, because we know that the television show paid for it. For them to sit up here and deal with half the mess that they had to deal with in this hurricane season wedding, the TV had to pay for it. And y'all saw that little snip clip where Maureen told TT that if she was to spend $150K on a wedding, she'd be too dead. Like, hell, why would you spend that on a damn wedding that's not even up to 24 hours or 12 hours out of the damn day? Who does that? But hell, if WeTV's gonna pay for it, or this show's gonna pay for it, shit, I'm gonna do whatever the hell you want me to do. But they're planning for this wedding and they're getting ready. TT's getting dressed, getting her makeup done. And we find out from Tyran that I guess Peppa drafted whatever she assumes is a let's make amends letter, and she was supposed to send it to, I think, Tyran, and then Tyran, somehow a mistake happened to where it went to TT and it said draft at the top, and it's supposed to be like a drafted letter of her trying to review whether her words were okay. And it's just a long message that TT's like, shit, I've been in this position with Pep before, and she can't text this type of information. Hell, Pep might not even be smart enough to even write something this coherent with the way that she behaves. So somebody else had to type this for her. So I don't even know she wrote this. So she's reading it, and it's basically on her wedding day. Because honestly, if I was to speak on how Peppa and her naive mind works because of how she behaves, she probably assumed that TT would take the higher ground and say, you know what, we're family. Her mom is my sister. I'm her aunt. No matter what, all those years of relationship that we've had would be enough to overshadow some of the janky, messed up things I've done. And some of you guys sitting up here saying in the commentary that, oh, it's TT's fault. TT should have said something. She should have never involved herself in Egypt's life. Egypt has said herself that TT was like an older sister for her. And it was TT's job to protect her. And from what I understand, initially when TT came on the show for Growing Up Hip Hop, she was brought there to keep an eye on Egypt. So when Sam came into the picture, she was doing her job, keeping an eye on Egypt and making sure that she was okay. And when Sam's dirts are coming out the closet. Instead of Sam humbling himself and saying, you know what, yes, I have negative $300 in my bank account, I'm broke as hell, yes, I got child support, yes, I have all these things, but I do like Egypt and I hope that I can work with her and get my life together, but I'm not going to shy away from the mistakes I've had and from the circumstances I'm in. I'm not gold digging. I really love her. It would have been better if he said that. Instead, Sam went on this damn mantra telling everybody that TT was in love with him. Compare Sam's behavior and Sean's behavior. Who the hell do you think they would choose? I mean, Sean already came episode to episode, face to face with Sam and said, you don't talk to my woman, you talk to me. Sean is one of those people that you said you invite his ass to the damn cookout. That's how he acts. Okay. So TT's not going to drop Sean for Sam's ass. And Peppa, instead of behaving like a mature adult, trying to mediate a situation and make sure that no matter what Sam is doing or saying to Egypt, who's stigmatized, and that's a fact, that Egypt's young self will be able to understand that whatever Sam is saying to her pillow talk wise should not interfere with her relationship with her blood cousin that's been in her life and babysitting her and been around her for years. Because now we got Egypt throwing shade. Well, she watched us her entire life, but she was always in the room. Well, your ass didn't die when she was watching your child, right? You were under a roof. Did nobody come into the house and harass you because she was there as a chaperone to make sure you stayed alive? She had to be with you, under you 24/7. She could go to the damn room. The hell? So, but she's throwing little digs at her as if TT did something wrong to her. But at the end of it, let's be clear. Sam and his words and what he was telling Egypt framed how Egypt approaches TT. And to top it off, Sam attached his ass to Egypt. Wherever she goes, I gotta go. We go as a team because he wants to use her clout to get himself far in life. And so here it is. Egypt made her choice. Peppa, is immature she is, made her choice because Treach is the only person that has some sense in that parenting relationship, and that's saying a lot because they're over here trying to support Egypt's first love. We know that she's making a mistake. She's gonna have to learn the hard way, but still, damn. So Peppa is sending her this damn note that TT is so far hurt that she's not even trying to say that this is genuine. Hell, she's like, somebody else probably wrote this shit. But Tyran is trying his best to try and get the family back together, especially because that's his mama. But Tyran, you have to let your mom just eat this L. Then we have Palm Beach Marriott. This is where they're located, of course. TT's now putting on her makeup, getting ready. We find an issue. We have an issue where she says the ring is missing. She left the ring somewhere the night before. They don't know what the hell the ring is at, but that's the engagement ring she's supposed to be using to walk down the aisle. And they make it seem like by the end of the show that this was not something that was scripted. She really did lose the damn ring. That was like, what, $30K that Sean paid for or supposed to be paying for, but he didn't insure the damn $30K ring. Who does that? Oh my God. How the hell do you have a ring that's a whole car or a whole down payment on a house? That's 20% of the house in some people's properties. And you didn't get insurance on it? And how did TT lose it and then frame it in her head that because Sean didn't get insurance for it, it's definitely his fault that she lost it? Girl, whatever makes you sleep at night. Then we have them talking about what they're gonna do. What am I saying? Because I wrote my notes here, y'all. And by the way, I'm dealing with the carpal tunnel side effect on your wrist when you've been pregnant before. If y'all don't know what that is, it's like you have your muscle or something in there is sore. I cannot bend my wrist a certain way, so my writing is kind of messed up right now because I try to write and they told me that it's going to take some time for me to get over it. I'm hoping that some of y'all will give me the timeline because I'm waiting for this. It hurts. I can't pick up certain things. I have a hard time picking up my baby sometimes. I can't turn the knob on the key. I can't pick up his car seat. My husband has to do stuff. It's really bothering me. So I wrote my notes. And if I mess up, that means that I'm trying to read what I wrote the way that I wrote it because my wrist is messed up. So bear with me. Then we have Twist. Meatless as he is and his body as skinny as he is now bringing his new girl Maya into the mix more often because he's trying to make sure people understand that he has a girl who's beautiful and he seems like it's something that he's really trying to cultivate a relationship with her and he wants to bring her now and basically show her off because he's not trying to bring somebody into the mix that when he was still talking to other females. So Maya's there, you watching Twist for the first time in a relationship setting and it's cute. Twist is a whole mood. I mean, he's very funny and he seems like a character himself. He reminds me of a miniature Lil Wayne when he acts, the way he talks, the way he behaves. He has a little swag to him. So it's cute to see him interact with his girl in this way. So we get to meet her for the first time. Then we have, or at least more so in this season. Then we have Treach and Sam and Egypt in the scene and through FaceTime. And Treach is finally slowly, if y'all notice what Treach is doing, Treach initially was taking the stance of, I'm going to support my daughter because she told me she's happy, she's in love. So when Sam did that whole, I'm not straight, but I'm not gay performance bullshit that he was doing, And so in a environment or whatever, something that we're doing, I think it was their engagement party, whatever the party they were having, I forgot, that was supposed to be for both of them. He made it about himself, announcing that bullshit in there. Like, we didn't need to fucking know that. That's not a new news that we need to be knowing. Like, what the hell? Why would you even say that? Are you trying to get, what is this? Then we all know that the LGBTQ right now is getting a lot of attention in every form, because now they're putting their lifestyle and who they are as a group of people, as a community, in our shows, in our, what we're seeing on TV. We're starting to get into the time period where people need to stop worrying about those type of things, as looking at it as if this person is a hateful person for being who they are. So obviously this is the thing. This is like the new trend people are talking about on TV. If you're not this canceled, all that nonsense, y'all know what I'm talking about. So I felt like Sam was trying to ride that train. I'm sorry, but he's trying to write, because y'all can get canceled nowadays. You said the wrong thing to the wrong group, okay? So he was trying to ride that train doing that nonsense. So I think it was complete bullshit. But Treach was there, and Treach and Peppa and everyone was like, yes, thanks for announcing this. Treach was like, anybody got a problem with it? You got a problem with me? All that nonsense that he did, because he was trying to make sure that Egypt understood that as a father, he was going to support her and still love her, right? Now, Treach didn't have some time to tolerate and see all the mess that has evolved in their family with Titi and Egypt and Peppa and Dawn and Maureen and Sam and Sean, all this drama that has occurred because Sam is in the mix, okay? And he's starting to see Sam for who he is, a messy-ass character, right? And on top of that, he sees that he now has potential prison time for being a fucking fool, involving himself in a brawl that ain't got nothing to do with him because he felt like he was being bullied. Are you kidding me? You're a grown-ass man. You need to learn to control your emotions. But I told y'all in my previous reviews that it seems like Sam is trying to take this as this is his street cred or some bullshit like that. But now Treach is fed up, and he's starting to gradually show bits and pieces of, hey, yo, bro, I was just trying to tolerate you for my daughter's sake, but now you're pissing me the fuck off because now you're about to basically break my daughter's heart. You're basically teaching my daughter to lie to me. Egypt is not known to lie to her parents, but because she knows that Sam's behavior is going to piss off Treach, her father, she is now exhibiting certain traits that Brianna said the season when Sam hyped up Egypt to go and punch Brianna when Brianna could have fucked her up and everybody knew that, okay? Brianna said, Egypt, this is not the person I know. The way that you're acting is not the person I recognize. I don't know who the fuck you are. And we're starting to see that Egypt is now adapting. And Egypt thinks that, oh, it's because I'm my own woman, I'm forming myself. Your own woman is not supposed to lie to your parents. Your own woman is not to lie to people you love. Your own woman is not to be beefing with your cousin who's been in your life this whole time over some bullshit that a dude came in and just dicked you down one good time for a few hours or minutes, depending on how long he is. You're seeing this. And so Treach is getting pissed off, and he's basically trying to check Sam. Sam is sitting up there doing what he always does with his words. I respect you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I want to know what to do to make it better. Bullshit. Because he didn't know that this could become a big issue. Now it's becoming a bigger issue because now you have a case, a whole case. And who's going to finance your lawyer? OnlyFans ain't paying you much. We see that in Egypt hairstyle because she ain't got a good hairstyle makeup since she met your ass. Right? So who's going to pay for that? Y'all already got a place on your own you got to pay for. Whose money is supporting this? Number one. Number two, Egypt is being looked at for her career to expand now that she's coming out. And you're associated with her. So since you want to leave her hip, you're over here giving her a bad reputation, ruining her character. People are probably attacking this girl on social media and shit, calling her stupid and for being with your ass. And you not add this to the mess? Treach ain't having it. But y'all supported Egypt in this mess. Y'all could have asked Sam to kindly exit and kept his ass off the show. And just told Egypt to film by herself and let her boyfriend stay behind until he got his life together and he can be with your ass. But y'all let Sam's Build-A-Bear ass attach himself to a young 21-year-old beautiful Egypt to build himself. And he's breaking her down piece by piece. I'm sorry, but I don't feel sorry for Sam. And it's so sad that Egypt said that little ignorant, I love you, I will wait for you. Girl, if he goes to the pen, God forbid, for a decade, you're going to waste your youth? Wait, stop it. Then we have Jojo showing up and finding Sean in the hotel. Sean is also a whole mood. I'm liking Sean's personality this season. We get to see more of him. He's speaking more. He has more of a role than I think I've ever seen him in any other seasons since he got brought in with the whole cheating and whatever allegations. So I get to see his personality and why TT fell in love with him. He has good character. This dude said that he snuck into her room when he's supposed to stay away from her after the whole bachelor party, drunk as hell, probably wanted to tap that ass because, sometimes when you got alcohol in your system, you out here fucking, you really get it in. Your inhibitions are gone, okay? You really tear that ass up. And he probably went in there like, baby, this is our last night together as single people. So let me just go ahead and just, dick it down real quick. Let's fornicate before we get married the real way, okay? So he went in there to see her, and but he put it in the form of, how can I be in a hotel with my girl and sleep in a different room? That's crazy. So I had to go in there and, spoon with her. And Jojo's looking at him, and, the love that they share is cute. At the same time, he's supposed to write his vows. Now, I wrote my vows for the court wedding that I had with my husband. And of course, I don't like being mushy, so I wrote some funny things in there. But it's funny after you get married, watching another couple do the same thing that you did in their own way. And he's talking about he wrote his vows, but Sean got a little bit of, he got a little bit of flavor to him, okay? He got a little bit of, he has a little bit of style to him, because they're talking, and Jojo's like, everything that you experienced when you first met her, go ahead and put it in in writing. And Sean goes, she got a wagon back there. I'm like, oh, is that what you were doing the night before? Grabbing that ass and squeezing and tapping the bridge with Sean? You know what you were doing. Sean is a whole mood. Yes, he needs to be invited to the damn cookout. I like Sean, okay, and how he behaves, and he acts like a real man. He has to be strong to tolerate TT's ass, as stubborn as she is. Then he said, roses are red, violets are blue. Something, I love you. I said, that is the weakest vows you want to write. If I was standing up there and I was TT and that's what you said to me, this is what I would respond. Okay, baby, let's play this game. Roses are red, violets are blue. Love that thick dick, and it loves me too. We would just sit there, and it would be a funny thing. I would not take this seriously. Quit playing with me. But it was nice to see him interact with his crew. The guys talk about it. Sean showed a little bit of his character there. I liked that scene. I enjoyed it, and it was good to see. Then we got the next scene. We're now beginning the wedding officially. Brianna and her little sexy curvaceous self comes in, and Chris made a beeline. Because y'all know Brianna is sexy. Brianna likes to show up with sweatpants. Even when she had to do the audition for the song, she had a beautiful voice. She has more of an Erykah Badu type feel to her. She's all natural. But if y'all go to her Instagram and you see when she glows up, Brianna is absolutely beautiful naturally. And she don't put no damn effort. She walks in there with her beautiful ass freckles, her nice personality. She does like the bare minimum, okay? She knows she's gorgeous. So she comes in, and Chris, of course, takes one look at her, and of course he sees his future. And Brianna knows it. She knows she's gorgeous. So it was nice to see her come and dress up, and she knows she looked good. And Tanice and Jojo obviously looked at her and said, she look good. Then we have the next scene we're looking at Lil Twist. The camera kept flashing from Brianna to Jojo to Lil Twist. And Twist was a whole mood in the wedding as well. He said, while this wedding is going on, I'm going to watch Marriage Boot Camp. I said, you know what? Go ahead. If I was sitting in a wedding and it ain't started and I'm still waiting and we had a potential hurricane outside, I will be watching whatever the hell I need to watch to make myself entertained. If it's Marriage Boot Camp and that little staged ass relationship that they have going on that's still a mess, I'm gonna still watch it. Meanwhile, the new season of Marriage Boot Camp I will be reviewing, because it looks like it's gonna be entertaining too. I don't know why the fuck they put Mariah and Rich Dollars there. They ain't together, but it's still nice to watch. Then we have in Atlantic City, they flash back in Sam, because like I said, he's not making any OnlyFans money no more, because he's out there being naked for other people. And he's now doing boxing. So, and of course, as he's about to go ahead and do the little boxing performance thing, the same thing I think Cisco and Peter the Cheater did, get in the ring and fight to see who's gonna win. We got Sam about to go in a fight and fight somebody who's not even in his same weight class, which I thought was unfair. But he's going in there to fight them. Egypt is over there supporting her man, looking like a potential boy. And right in front of her, we got Rich. Leave it to Rich Dollars. Any reality TV show, he'll find his ass there. He's been on Love and Hip Hop. Several different, I think he got Love and Hip Hop New York. Then he moved his way up to Hollywood when he was trying to screw with Moniece. Then we have him in Love and Hip Hop Family Reunion, of course, because he's a veteran Creep Squad. Now we see his ass up and Grown Up Hip Hop. Rich, where else are we gonna find you? Because you keep popping up everywhere, okay? So we have him here. We see him in the audience, and we see Sam fight somebody that's not in his weight class, skinny as hell. Of course, he beats his ass, wins, and he's thinking that, he did a good job, okay? He's just looking at her man, probably thinking, oh my gosh, he will protect me while he's in prison. As far as, there's somebody said something funny that Sam going to prison is going to a buffet. He's going there to enjoy himself. And I was just like, that's so fucked up. But it was funny as hell when he said it, okay? Then we have TT looking gorgeous. Her wedding dress is absolutely beautiful. It fit her curves very well. I like that wedding dress. I would never pay for it because it is too expensive for me and for my taste and my bank account, but she looked absolutely gorgeous. I love her hair, love her makeup. Whoever got her together did a good job. You see Sam outside. not Sam, you see Sean outside, and he's, you know, ready to meet his baby girl. So he's they're walking down the aisle. You see them, they're gorgeous. But then what was so cute about it was TT's son in the middle of it, after they put him down, Maureen had him, he saw his parents together. He wanted daddy or mommy to pick him up, and they're doing their vows, and he picked him up, and, you know, he's holding TT's hand, and he's, you know, his vows is not that bullshit roses are red crap that he was talking about earlier. And you just see like there's genuine love there. I actually felt that through the screen, and I'm sure that everybody who watches this shit knows that Sean's not out there cheating on that girl. Why the fuck would Egypt even and Dawn even say some dumb shit like that? The fact that Dawn, as old as she is, even joined that little messiness, she wanted some moment, and she wanted to be on the show. I was very happy not to see Savannah and Creed, thank God. Let's keep it that way. Then we have the reception. At the reception, little twist of the mood, they're all having fun, everybody's enjoying themselves. Sean can't dance worth shit, but, you know, I mean, hell, he's white. I'm just, I know that's stereotypical, but it was just funny to say. But Maureen did get up there, TT's mom, to make a speech. And in part of her speech of congratulating the bride and groom, she put on her glasses because this is a serious thing she's got to say. And they flash a twist. Twist is laughing about it. And then she said, she reads a letter, and she says that the letter is from Pep. And it's the same text message, I think, that T had got earlier. But you see, TT is still hurt by everything. TT is a stubborn person. Once you cross her, you can already tell. My older sister's like that. You cross her, no, I'm that way, but I give several chances before I cut your ass off. She's like, no, we're not doing this. So she read it, she took it, accepted it. Everybody went about their business. Then Twist is out there doing song, enjoying himself. Sean can't dance, but he's, you know, mingling with everybody in the room. Cousin Chris decides to tell Tahira outside the reception that he believes that they need to fix things with Pep in Egypt because of how things are in the family. I do not think that people need to keep approaching TT about that situation. It's boring her. It's annoying her. She don't want to think about it. She don't want to talk about it. She's over it. Stop talking to me about it. I'm not the one who fucked up royally. Everybody needs to start going to Pep and tell her ass to grow the fuck up and start acting like a fucking grown-up aunt. If you're an aunt, you're supposed to be the one to go and seek out the situation and rectify it and bring your daughter and your sister's daughter together. Why everybody keep bothering TT? If I was happy, pissed off, stop talking to me about this shit. Go talk to the people who caused the issue and have them come fix it and figure out how to fix it. Don't come to me and ask me for nothing. I don't even want to talk about these people at all. They keep having my name in their mouth. For what? Y'all keep asking me about it and I have to respond. I don't want to. I just want to enjoy my life. I'm just at the point in my life when I have a baby, I have a husband I'm marrying, I have a future, I have plans, we have goals, we have careers. This little bullshit is the last thing on my plate. Stop talking to me about it, especially not at my fucking wedding. Cousin Chris, take your ass out of TT's face and go find yourself some Brianna. Okay, her sexy self is waiting for you somewhere. Then we have Jojo and Tanice observing the wedding. And of course, you can see, of course, that Jojo and Tanice definitely love each other. I do hope that they're able to work through this because having a new baby, and it kind of changes the dynamic of your relationship. And if you're not careful and you don't handle it with tact, it could create a bigger issue, especially from pregnancy all the way to the kid. It's a whole lot. For those of you who've never been in it, it's a lot. You really have to have a certain level of strength and maturity to be able to manage being pregnant and what comes along with it. Have a kid and deal with all that extra stuff that comes along with staying awake. The baby becomes a priority. At the same time, you have to also make time for each other. And it seems like Jojo and Tanice have been falling off for a while, a few episodes, to the point where, you know, Tanice was really afraid that they might end up in a divorce. But now that she's seen this love that they have, she's more awake in the sense that she wants to work at this and make sure that they have a better life and a better future for themselves. And that's a good thing. I'm very proud of Tanice for being able to realize that. And I do know that Jojo loves her. He can see it through her. He can see the pain and he see what she's going through. Plus, I had those moments where I felt like, you know, after having a baby and everything like that, my body's not right. You know, things have changed. I have to make a lot of adjustments. You know, you can give other people's babies back. You can't give your own baby back. Not that you want to, but there are times when you just need a break. And if y'all are not on the same page, it can become a little bit overwhelming, especially if another person is telling you at the same time that you have all this going on in your head, that you're not doing enough. And so it could be too much. So I hope that they, you know, I see that next episode, they're going to try to at least talk about it and try to rekindle some spark. But you can tell that, you know, Tanice is really feeling it. So I hope that they figure this out because I like them. Then I wanted to make a fact that I think that I didn't touch in the previous episodes is that even if I think that Tahira and Pep and Egypt would have a better relationship if San, Miss Maureen San, was out of the picture. I really do. I think that everything would gradually work itself out. I don't think that Tahira is going to send a invitation to Peppa without sending an invitation to Egypt. And Egypt already made it clear that wherever she goes, Sam comes. So if I'm going to invite you and you're allowed to have a +1 because people can't wear their +1, I don't want your +1 at my fucking wedding, especially when he ran around my family saying that I fell in love with you. I mean, it was the dumbest shit I've ever heard when they would say it out loud. Santa's going on saying that you're in love with him. Titi was like, wait, what? Like the same thing I would say. What makes you think that you're so cute that I would want your ass when I got Sean's ass over here? Bye. So I think that that's also something that Tahira is playing in her head. She's not going to send an invitation saying, Egypt, you're welcome to my wedding. Please keep Sam away. Like, that's just crazy. So I wanted to make sure that that's something that I discussed. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is that I created a second YouTube channel, and I called it Knowledge. Knowledge is power. I put the link, whatever, not the link, the name of it at the bottom of the notes. So let's check it out so you can see what it looks like. This is a new channel that I'd like you guys to follow. I'm going to be posting real life situations. It's not going to be like this, you know, when we're over here talking about reviewing a show and stuff like that. It's going to be for real, because I'm going to post things, some of the information that y'all have probably never heard of that happens around the world. I'm going to discuss those things and open up a forum to have some of you guys maybe pop up and talk about it, or, you know, let me know what y'all think about what you just learned. But I want there to be a channel where we can just gossip and talk shit, but another channel where we can really start learning things. And it could be anything, you know, that can help expand our mind, because knowledge right now is something that would guide us, because all the shit that's going on in this world, some people think it's the end times. Hell, it might be, but you need to understand certain things that are happening in environments that you're not familiar with. So I'm going to go ahead and open that post link. Go ahead and follow me on there too. I would appreciate it, your support, and those of you who really support me. This is a good thing, because we get to learn things as we go, and I get to learn new things as we work together. So that's it for this review. Y'all have a wonderful evening, and check out the next videos I'm going to keep posting. Bye.